Okay. Who's Chief, first of all?
Oh, that what might be a bit scuffed. He's a 4K off-tank player.
Why?
I don't know. We were like 5 minutes after stream start, and Johnny just told us, "Hey, I couldn't play, and but I got a sub." He's like low diamond.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Turned out he's like Grandmaster's peak.
Are you recording?
Yes,
Okay.
as always. Just thinking if it's really then.
You
I
can
mean,
also just review Junkertown or Numbani from the
But I
game
think
before.
macro concepts and individual mistakes would still translate.
Yeah,
And
true.
probably even be exposed more. Right? If we know the off tank is doing his job, it gets more obvious when you are in, when you aren't.
I mean, your main tank isn't here in this game though, and the other ones were with Johnny. So I guess if he said he's going to watch the video afterwards, I'd say you review something else, because there's no use in reviewing this if your main tank isn't, yeah, like isn't getting anything out of this. I'd say, but it's up to you,
I
Varus.
mean, let's see who plays in the other scrim.
Chuck it on.
It,
Nice.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Mick Stormer. Did you guys have had there an main support ringer? Flex support?
Oh no.
No. Lupo and Vinny.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Confused.
Mick is the only ringer.
Why is... Okay, interesting. Uh, normally, Lupo should play the Mercy.
We
Because
know, but
because he's main support.
yeah, but Lupo does not like to play Mercy, and Winnie is a Mercy, for a former Mercy one trick.
Did you need to call me out like that?
It's fine. I was also once a Mercy one trick.
We all at some point.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
becoming one. I'm special.
Oh no.
Special boy.
Okay. So you're running Ball Tracer, which I like. Haha. And normally you shouldn't start with a Mercy. You should start with a Brick, because you never know if they're running anything divey, and then it's always better to play a Brick, even if you play a Echo.
Oma, how good is your Sombra?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Sombra is actually a good pick in a Ball Tracer comp.
Sombra's like my second worst hero just after Ash.
Well,
Wonderful. What review, man?
Let's learn her then.
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
No, but actually, Sombra's really good in this comp.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
It is.
I just hate to play her, and yeah,
Well,
it's
we will change that, I guess.
all right.
I will just force you. Okay. So you should start off with bricks, because you never know if they run anything divey. If they don't run anything divey, you can just swap your hero, and then yeah. I mean, on attack, it isn't that um that impactful that you're starting with Mercy, because you could easily switch to a brick. But I think you will not do it. So your Zen has only the peel from your Diva. Okay, let's see how you will play this. Okay, well, with a So you're coordinating on the Anna. That's good. That's really good. And you're pushing up. That's also fine. The diva here, I know Mick isn't here and is also a ringer, but the diva should push up a little bit more because there's at the moment no big threat. The enemies don't know that the Zen is on the payload. I mean, they can figure it out, of course, because Zen isn't anywhere, but they probably are at the moment more focused on the rest of the team than diving the Zen on the payload. And so the diva should push up and help the rest of the team while the Zen is pushing the cart. Or you should actually, what you should actually do is putting the tracer on the cart, because she's basically she can be everywhere with 3 blinks. And after that, she still has her recall if needed, of course. So yeah. You're removing that, that's fine. Now's the case that I yeah, knew it will come. You don't have anything except for the diva to peel for a Zen. But that's not enough when the monkey and the tracer dives the Zen. Because maybe she can defend one of their enemies, but 2 is just too much. And so your Zen dies because of that.
But Mr. Virus, we are on the backline.
We're on the back.
Can't we just trade backlines?
We can. But no, we can actually. I mean, when you get even, it's always great. They lost their Anna, so they lost their opportunity to farm any nano or charge. And yeah, that's for their comp really bad, because the nano is one of the win conditions, exactly. Zen is also one of your win conditions. That's why you have so much peel for him. But you have a better respawn, and so it should be fine. Yeah. But of course, it's always better to kill their win condition and keeping your win condition alive.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Adaptive circuits engaged.
Okay, you
Winston.
copying Winston, which is fine. And yeah, it's a lot of uncoordination, but no, it's actually not. I'm just stupid. Okay, you're bringing the enemy to back up, which is fine. And will they contest? I don't think so, because you're building up red pressure on them. Pulse wasn't needed, I think, because the enemies are already backing up, and so
Virus,
yeah,
you don't have to focus on Haya that much. We did a very in-depth VOD review a few days ago. I did that with him.
perfect.
So
Great to know.
just
Okay. So we're pushing up, and we're triggering primal, which is fine. What? Why? Red thing again. Brick. And then the trance wouldn't be needed. Because Tracer is normally scared from a brick. Because shield bash and so on, but that's micro stuff. You're Great call on the Winston. You're again pushing up. Okay. Happens. This is now only more or less cleanup from the enemies. Nothing to say about that. Backing up, which is good.
Virus.
Yeah,
Should you go back to the last push before the Diva bomb page?
sure.
Because I don't think I agree with Johnny's positioning actually. When reviewing this map with Haya, I noticed that that Johnny wasn't playing like when you go even further back now before they
Even
even threw the W bomb,
pro-
Johnny was still with his team.
Oh yeah.
Most of the time, like
Actually, true. I thought about saying it, but normally you should push. I mean, if they're standing up here. No. What the fuck? What does he want? What's up? And what would you like to add?
I'd say in general for Johnny that he plays his ball a lot like he's playing monkey.
He's
Yeah,
brawling.
he goes in and then he starts
Yeah.
brawling, and with ball you can do that with monkey, just jump in and just exist and brawl, but as ball you want to set up for very short and hard engages, and I think he's not really doing that too much. He still plays like he has a bubble to protect his team,
Yes.
just standing in front of them. So I'd say he should probably play around the right side of the map, like
High
go
ground.
up to the high ground and
Yeah.
scout
Uh-huh.
Diana.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah. Good addition to this whole situation right now. Yes. You should look for example, yeah, there, Anna. You could push up top right and then dive on her because the rest of the team is a little bit further away from her. So she doesn't have really peel. You can brawl, but not with the ball. The core should brawl at some time. Like when you get a lot of space, you can start brawling at them and show up as a core and build additional pressure on them. Yeah. So yeah, it's brawly and then it's just backing out.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
starting to roll that monkey again.
yeah. You went the completely wrong way. You should focus more on the backline, especially on their Ana in this comp, because again, Nano is their win condition. If they don't have a Nano, they can't really do anything. Of course, they can get a pick, but the time the monkey can sustain in your backline or your midline is way shorter if he doesn't have a nano, and so he has to use, if he would have it in this situation, he would have to use his primal to get out or maybe finish his pick, and so that's the reason why you should go as a ball. Wait, no, it's drawing time again. You should go down here. Here's this way, and then go upstairs and go on there, Anna.
Virus, we
We
can't
can't
see
see
you
it.
drawing. When
Ah,
you finish the watch.
okay, I know why. And no, I can draw better. Okay. So you should go under here, and then push up the high ground and push on their Anna. Because as just mentioned, it's their win condition, and if they don't have their win condition, they will have a hard time to get any value, especially for the monkey. As you see, your tracer is flanking, but can't get any really value because the ball isn't there.
Focus my target. Adaptive circuits
Great
engaged.
pressure on the monkey.
Winston.
Okay. Nice. This is just cleanup. Nothing severe to mention.
This is good
yeah.
ball position.
Yeah, he's looking for his dives.
Oh, he's back on cards.
And now again, you should look for an Anna. Like Paya, I think, is doing, yes.
Yes, high is coming now.
And dive or pressure the Anna either from her position or kill her. So again, win condition and deleting this win condition.
Helden sterben nicht.
Okay, you're using Pulse Bomb for the Anna. You're triggering Primal. And again, it's just cleanup. Good cleanup. More or less, yeah. And we're capped. Okay. This time, your ball is looking, which is nice. But, okay, he's disengaging, which is fine. Now, you should again look for the Anna or any hero you can easily take out without like easy takeout because of positioning or something else.
Squishies.
Yeah, squishies. Exactly. Ignore the tanks, go mid on the DPS line or back line.
Come on, why did you die?
Oh, did you die?
Mobility increased.
We're pushing up here.
This is not Johnny again, honestly.
We're pressuring way too much tanks. I mean, it's fine to pressure the tanks so they are focused on you, but you should also coordinate a little bit with your ball tracer to, when they engage, also engage on the same target, so you get a higher percentage to kill the target you want to dive on.
Okay, small quick question for everyone present, because we don't have any tank players here. Which player on your team isn't really doing anything right now, and could support Stormer in his position very well? Seeger, Stormer, Vinny, one of you.
Ball, I guess.
Uh-huh.
He's on the way, but he backed out already. I
Mhm.
I don't know.
Is Ball good at supporting you?
Can I raise my hand?
No.
At least he could slam on their tank lineup as soon as I pressure
Mhm.
them. So
But
it
who
would
else?
be
Ball,
visible for
Ball,
me.
Ball wants to be in the back line. Ball doesn't want to be in the front line. Who wants to be in the front line?
Diva?
I don't know. Yeah,
Diva.
Diva.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
How much value is Mick having? Around about 0, right?
Right now, 0.
Yeah.
Not even pushing
Except for
card,
maybe
right? Lupo is alone pushing card, right? There's one person pushing card. So Mick is literally doing nothing right now. His micro missiles could get more value. DM could get more value. primary fire could get more value, everything, right? And he has D.Va, he has boosters, he's up there in a millisecond. So for the tanks players listening, I want you looking to support your DPS, right? Because Ball Tracer playing together is the single most important thing in the comp, but the backline playing together is arguably the second most, right? And Zen does not really need your support right now. If Monkey jumps, you're still there in time, right? So you can support Stormer easily, right? There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, the spawn is right there.
Exactly, right? And that's a big part of Ball Tracer macro. For the backline, seeing when you can support each other, when you can enable each other to get value, right? Because Ball and Tracer should not be the only ones playing actively, right? And Stormer, you're doing a great job of that. You're playing very actively. You're forcing attention. You're forcing resources. But it would be great if your backline supported you in that.
Okay, peoples. I have to head out now. I'm ringing for a different team.
Okay,
Bye bye.
have fun. Bye
Have a
bye.
good VOD.
Right.
too.
See ya.
Imagining ringing. Couldn't be me.
Cringe.
Yeah. Okay.
Point.
So the monkey is diving you Zen. There, monkey. Ball is focusing actually on the Ana. Also, quick mention to the thing Norix just said. Probably the D.Va don't have to stay the whole time with your Zen if you have a big brain. So the D.Va can engage with the Ball Tracer or whatever and support the Ball Tracer or the Echo, or just build up pressure and the Brick takes care about the Zen. Yep. I fucking hate this point to watch. Okay. Your ball is positioning not in the front line, but nearly in the back line, which I really like. And Stormer is also building up pressure on the Ana, which is also great. Okay.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston.
Just saw it. I mean, of course, it's harder for the Zen to survive on the low ground. But again, Brick, I can't say it often enough, because when the enemy is playing something dive, you need a Brick. Because otherwise, your D.Va don't get any value, because she has to stay the whole time with the Zen. Because otherwise, Tracer will dive the Zen and the monkey. Against the monkey, the D.Va can't really do anything except for dealing damage, because there's nothing to Matrix. But Tracer, she can do something. But yeah, so again, as I mentioned in the beginning, just play a Brick if they have something divey, and swap in this case, Echo for anything other. This comp has so many possible heroes you can play on that spot. Like,
Is
as mentioned.
Genji one of them?
Huh?
Is Genji one of them? Or might Genji be one of them?
No, I
Alright.
never saw a Genji.
Not because a Genji doesn't fit. Genji fits us wonderfully, but because Genji is just really bad. Right? This comes great at playing the neutral, forcing things, right? Applying pressure until the opponent has to do something, and Genji's neutral is absolutely terrible. Genji's just a non-away bot.
Yeah, you can play. Sombra works really good. And Ashe also works. Depends on the map. Also, Widowmaker works, also depends on the map. Especially on attack, Widowmaker is great. For example, Vodskaya. And yeah, so...
Wait. Let's transform this a bit. Can you give me other DPS picks and why? Which picks would work well with this comp? Right? You know how this wants to play this comp. Can you tell me which DPS you think could go well with that?
Who? Stormer or me?
Everyone. Stormer, Vinny, Seeger. Maybe every one of you does one?
Okay, maybe
Uh,
a Cassidy.
A Cassidy, why?
He can. He's in a core of the comp and can also help the Zen with his flashbang and also has some range helping.
Yeah.
Yep, wonderful. Stormer?
Yeah.
Fun fact: I just mentioned 2 heroes.
I know, but
Maybe
I'm
maybe
not.
want to accept this.
Should I just repeat them or?
I mean,
I mean,
yes, but
it's better learning if you don't.
I mean, he can repeat it, but we need a reason.
Right.
Yeah, Widow and Ash for long range damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And offhand
Widow,
aggression.
Widow actually has, Widow has also the good thing that, like, when you have the core and you have the ball tracer, so the enemies always already have to concentrate on 2 groups, and then there's the Widow out of nowhere taking off angles and can easily pick something.
And lastly, Vinny, do you have any picks you think would work well?
I don't know.
No. Okay, so
No.
what kind of heroes are needed, or could fit this comp? There's broadly 2 categories of heroes that can be played.
Long range DPS or like divey heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Either you're DPS for the backline, or you're DPS for the front line. Yeah.
Yeah, Hanzo could work then.
Yes.
I need to open a hero list again.
Okay. A really
Uh,
funny one that can
it's
work is
like,
Torb.
uh,
If you're in the mirror and want to be really obnoxious, you can go Torb. Like, no joking. Sombra is of course probably the best second DPS.
You think a Reaper could work? Maybe, I don't know.
No, because Reaper is one of those heroes. Can he play for the backline?
No.
Not really, right? He isn't gonna save the backline from any dies. And he's easily outranged, right? So if you're jousting with their backline, right, your backline and their backline just kind of pushing each other, Reaper contributes nothing, and he also can't really go with the front line because he lacks mobility.
Yeah. He only has his Wraith, which is a little bit faster, and his teleportation. And both you can hear, actually.
Yeah. And same thing with Symmetra, for example. Symmetra is also very bad at peeling off dives and going for targets.
And
Sim doesn't fit the
range.
comp. Yeah.
What about Doomfist?
Sure.
Yes, actually, yes.
Alright.
Pretty annoying.
And
If you want to be really obnoxious, just go to. Right.
Alright.
There's a lot of, but the point of getting it is there's a lot of heroes that can fit the comp, right? You just gotta ask yourself what role they fulfill, because playing this comp with a Sombra or with a Pharah is very, very different from playing it with a Widow or an Ashe.
And that's also the great thing about this comp. You can nearly adapt this comp to every enemy comp. Just with 2, maybe 3 changes if you like. You can change the off tank to from the Diva to an Sigma. You can change the flex DPS to nearly everything. And you can change the main support either Mercy or Brick, depends on if they play anything divey or not.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's continue, I guess.
Or also, I just wanted to add something to the VOD review, if I may.
Sure.
What are they doing right now? Like, their team. What's their team doing?
Question in the before. Okay.
They just took out our Zen with their nanomech engage.
Yeah, and what do we call
now
that?
going for cleanup dive.
Diving, committing, going in. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Playing
go.
the win
And
condition card with Nano.
Right. And what are you doing right now? What is your backline doing?
Dying.
Yeah. Not much really. What's your bot racer doing?
Anna.
Tracer's doing fine.
I mean, I'm actually curious.
Even if a bit too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fall also a little bit too late.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. The engage is just too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Communication.
You're doing a good job, Stormer. You're in there. You're monkeying. But But your Diva isn't supporting you. Your Mercy's trying. Your Zen's already dead, and now bot racer is committing. Right. And that commit is just way too late. Way too late. Right. The fight is over. They did what they wanted. Right. without forcing anything.
They killed your
Right?
winter
You didn't react in
condition
any way.
and forced some ults from you.
They just did whatever they wanted. They said, okay, let's dive Zen. Yeah, okay, if we dive Zen, we win. Cool. We dive Zen, fine. You just didn't react. Right? It was like they're playing against thin air. There needs to be a punishment for that. Right? If they're doing something, they need to lose something. Right? They need to risk something. If they're going in, the backline is vulnerable. If they're pitting for the backline, they're not aggressing on you and giving your backline free value. Right? You need to recognize what they're doing and how to punish it accordingly.
Yep.
Exactly. Only good thing is they're committing ults. They don't need to commit. Yeah. You're setting up. Nice flank for the Tracer. Also, Paul is going for the kind of flank. Okay, again, don't pressure the monkey as a ball, not your job. The job is standing here, right there. Got 29% ult charge. Farming currently on this monkey, the wound condition. And we're again to dive from the Zen, on the Zen. Which caused us to use our trance. So yeah, Ball Tracer is pushing up under Anna, which is nice. Our Zen is getting bullied by the Winston. Riverbang the Zen, which is nice. Okay. One great thing you can do is when you play in this constellation of your comp, you can try. It's always a little bit trying, but at the moment they don't have a monkey, so you could just pile drive them so they get booped up. They can't take cover and bomb. Easy picks.
وريهم قوتك. 60 seconds.
Enemies are committing.
Focus with me.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you get the next fight. Because the enemies don't have any ults now. They committed just 5 ults for this one fight. And the monkey will probably get his primal in time, but I'm not quite sure. Depends how fast you kill him. So, yeah. That's... I don't know if you ult tracked there. Looking at somebody who can tell me.
I don't know either.
If I remember correctly, Winnie tracked and also got it correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Good. So, you know they don't have any ults.
Yeah.
Yes. What does it tell us? They don't have any ults to commit, only abilities.
Okay, so how do we approach such a neutral fight? Any ideas? Before we take a look at how you do, let's think about how you should do it. What's the theoretically best thing you can do right now to secure a win? Because first step, right? What do you have?
We got Minefield and nearly full spawn.
Exactly. Okay. How do you play around Minefield? What does that give us that we don't have usually?
Space. or a certain
what
area
space?
which is whatever the ball is using his mines on.
Exactly. So you can take one small field of space for free, basically. Right? You could just say, no, it's our space now. What space should that usually be?
Around card, I believe,
Mhm.
or
Objective.
payload.
And another option. Like a more general term. I'm not looking for like a specific area on this map. Yep. Thank you, Virus. But what general area?
Their backline.
The backline, right? Because what does it force? Why the backline?
There are two
Apart from
options.
They
Virus
need
just
to
told
back
you.
out or just go in the in our front line.
Exactly. It forces them to do something, right? Something they don't want to do. Yeah. And how can you capitalize on that? That's the last step. And I promise I'll stop bothering you.
Kill the people in the backline.
But why? Why do you
Who
need
are
to do that?
so they don't get healed by the Ana, in this case.
The keyword is pressure, I think.
Yeah, because we just mined, like either we mine cart, which is fine, and we got objective control and all that, or we mine the backline. But we do that to force them to react in some way, right? Either the backline goes back or the backline goes forward. In either case, the front line is vulnerable. Because either their backline just became their front line and slamming their front line means slamming their backline, or the backline is basically out of the fight. Right? So what the core needs to do, right, is wait for Ball Tracer to engage and minefield their backline, and then either hard push their front line because the backline has retreated, right? Or coordinate with Ball Tracer to pincer their front line. Right? Because again, if you just mine on top of the Ana, Ana's either going to go forward or backward. If she goes forward, wonderful. Engage, right? She's just in front of you. Just kill Ana, right? If she goes back, wonderful. That front line doesn't have any support anymore. Great. Push the front line, right? So what I want to see is wait for minefield and then push the front line, right? You have a Zen, Mercy, Diva, Echo. Those four should just pump their resources into the front line, right? That means Kree and Monkey mainly. And that should just be a free fight win. Yeah, because there's no honor to support. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what you do.
How? When? Oh, there. Okay.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva. Dein Schutzengel ist da. Helden sterben nicht. Nerf this. All systems checked out.
Okay. Just so we can remember what we just talked about. What is wrong in this?
Diva's engaging and not the ball is engaging. The ball is on card.
Yay, 100 points for you. At the moment, sorry for the words, your ball is at the moment your payload, bitch. Which shouldn't be the case. Normally, the Diva in worst case should stay on the payload because your ball and your tracer is currently engaging. Of course, your tracer's at the moment dead. I know. So your ball still should engage. At least build pressure on their backline. So again, they are forced to do anything. Either again, dive, do nothing, which would be stupid, or collapse on to their backline to help them.
Time gotcha.
It's high noon.
وريهم قوتك.
We're again by the topic. Break, please. Next time. Thank you. Currently, this is fun what you're doing now. You have overtime, so it's fine to stay on the payload as ball. And you lose it.
Complete.
You lost that with more resources than the enemies. Nice. Happens all the time, but we talked about what you should have done with the resources you have. For the future, you know it. And we'll skip because it will probably take again a long time. What the fuck is... Maybe? Oh, we're going. Nice. Okay. We're again setting up. Again, the ball is in the wrong position. Currently.
5, 4,
This is a good position.
2,
Nice.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Okay, we're building up on pressure on nano, which is nice. Okay, we're backing up, which is fine. Your ball trace is currently doing their wrong target. Targets are here. Especially because they're running Zen Anna. So, not really appeal for them. Because both have to peel for the other one, so... it's easy to kill them both. Okay. You're backing up. Nice. Or I expect that. Good engaged there on the diva. Up to... I don't know. Again, wrong target to focus on. It's Anna again, or Zen, preferably Anna, because Zen is on the payload. And also Anna, again, is win condition, always kill Diana first when they have a monkey. Let's clean up, nothing to say about that.
The night holds many surprises.
The payload has
Okay,
reached
I've got to go. Good luck with the watch review, Neil.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep, now I'm alone. Oh, sad.
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 Edge.
Yeah, big sad. Yeah, I think like this I can see everything. We're again with the ball trace on the completely wrong target. This time, Zen is a free pick. This is literally a free pick. Maybe you can even get there, Anna. And so you're focusing with your Zen on Diva. Which shouldn't be the case. I mean, it's good to show up as a core and start brawling, but not win the key fragment of the core. And that's your Diva in this case because the core is only 2 people at the moment, is missing. Because, of course, Zen has a great damage output, but he can't really survive alone. By the way, you see something? Question. What do you see right now what somebody is doing? Which are quite like if one of you guys would have done it at that point.
Tracer's engaging.
The
No, no,
monkey
from
flanking.
yeah, the monkey flanking. I talked about the enemies.
Oh.
The monkey sneaked up the whole way up here. Of course, there's nothing good for you till he sees the sun. And see, instantly engaged on the Zen. Because Zen is your win condition.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Which triggered your win condition, your trance. You know, do you want to know why Zen is your win condition? Or his trance?
Yes.
So, I guess you don't know it. I would quickly explain it. You know that trance has a huge heal output. Let me look up. Nope.
Oh well.
Didn't want to show you my favorite streams. Overwatch wiki. Okay. Load, please. Website. Thank you. Okay. His trance has an heal output per second of 300 per target, which is a lot. Heals up a monkey in 2 seconds, or Diva, or everything. So huge heal output because when you play a brick or a mercy. A mercy, of course, has her ult, but let's see. Let's see. Support. Let's see what the heal output of the mercy is per second while in her ult. The heal output is 60 health per second, which is compared to the trance not that much. It's a fifth of the amount of healing from the trance. So that's why your trance is a win condition, because in close calls you can save your whole team with that. That's why you want to protect your Zen. Okay?
Yep.
Great.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Also, just to mention quickly, the brick only has her ult, which is actually not healing. It's giving armor 100 at maximum. So the only way brick can heal a whole team is while being on the front line, and the whole team also on the front line, and dealing damage. So also not comparable with the trance at all.
Winston.
So again, your Zen and your Mercy this time also gets dived. It's not good. Your Mercy dies. I like what you're doing. Really like it. But not in a brawling style. Should just again come up here and flank. Or not in the open. Just let them push in. I mean, you have so much space you can control. You could just let them push and then do a safely coordinated engage on their backline. So again, you have that force them to do something. Oh. Okay.
Activated. Adjusting angle of attack.
Okay. Good kill on the Winston. Ball is again pressing the wrong target. But it's fine. This is not this was not fine. You could have just killed the Ana instead of the Widow, because the Ana was right here and the Diva was still up here. At that time, you could have just killed the Ana, disengaged, or if you have the space and the resources to go on the Widow, you can also just keep going and kill the Widow and then disengage. But no, you have a hard time to kill the Ana. Also, Haya shouldn't do the Fraser 1v1. Good engage on the Zen. Oh.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston.
Helden sterben nicht.
Sommer again, great job pushing the backline.
Feeling powerful. Pass into the
And this is the right usage of the trance. Transing against another monkey. Because you're just trading at the moment win conditions, which is fine. I like that. Just to explain it why before it wasn't that fine. Because now the team had the chance to, because you were pretty grouped up, and I don't know why the monkey decided to jump in there, but I don't care. It's going about you. You were able to pressure out the Winston to a point, or to pressure the Winston to a point where he had to disengage, regardless if he had nano or not.
Lifting off.
We're now again on this on the engage on the Zen. I know it's boring that I'm repeating it the whole time, but break, please. Easy whip shots on the monkey, so he would have had to use his ult to come up here, or just leave the Zen, and then I mean, you know that the Trace is looking to go on the Zen, and then just having an eye for like looking for the Tracer and maybe even Shield Basher and force her out. Yeah.
Nerf this.
pass into the iris.
Ouch. Mounting power
Yeah, well, they will probably have talked about that in the 1-1. They should have.
Mecha activated. Game on.
Okay, the problem I see here is, this, your ball had enough time to wait for the rest of the team, because you see, the rest of the team just arrived. The Tracer still have her blinks. If you just had waited until payload is on this corner, you could easily engage on that payload with support of the Tracer and the core and your Echo, and wouldn't have died. Which probably will lose you the point. Yep.
Boosters engaged.
I shouldn't stagger herself that much. Okay, you're just regrouping, which is nice. Ball is already setting up, which I really enjoy to see. You're building up pressure, which I like. And Ball is actually looking to dive on their backline. Yeah, nice, nice.
Winston. Helden sterben nicht. Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Great finish from the backline of the enemy. And it's just clean up, so we'll just mention, yeah, it's clean up. Nothing to say about that. I have a question. You will probably see it right now. Why I have a question for me. Anybody? What my question is? Or might be?
Why we have a monkey?
Exactly, 100 points for Seeger.
Virus or no, not Virus. Narox already told us that we should have stayed on ball, since that's the best point for ball really here on this map.
Yes. Great. 100 points to Norax also. Because you don't have the Ana for your Winston. So, yeah. Because now you have to, like, switch your win conditions, because you don't have, like, this dive apart anymore. Of course, you have to dive apart in the communication between the Tracer and the Winston. But you just have the disadvantage when it comes to win conditions right now. Because Winston isn't that mobile than Ball. So when the Zen discords an enemy, the Ball can way better engage on this on that target with the Tracer than having a monkey, which has a 5-second cooldown on his jump. Also, just a bubble and no shield. Yeah. I mean, you probably get the point. What I want to point out.
Nerf this.
Pass into the iris.
You see what's now going on in here? 2 monkeys in your backline. with one diva, they're doing their job good, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's the monkey who's really bothering me. Because your monkey doesn't get really value right now. Just a problem.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Pass into the iris.
What the fuck is Lupo doing?
Pass into the iris.
What did I just witness?
Cancer.
Huh?
Cancer. That's what you witnessed.
I wouldn't state it as cancer, just throwing.
Yes.
Because that was a throw. Hello, Ray.
Alright.
Great.
How is it going?
Okay, so might have died. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep and I was like, I might as well join. And then I kind of took a nap.
It's fine. I recorded everything.
Thank you, because I think one of the maps I played main tank in.
Also,
like,
yeah, no, we're just looking at Junkerton. We're already 1 hour in.
yeah, I missed so much. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. And that's it. Okay, what did we learn? Play a break when they have anything divey instead of a mercy. Play a Sombra. Always good pick. Or an Ashe. Or an Doomfist. Or nearly anything that's mobile. Cassidy, Widowmaker, for some maps. Depends. Yeah. And learning what your win conditions are. Also really good. And what their win conditions are. Also really important. You need to coordinate your a lot better, especially for the ball tracer part of the team. And do more engages on the right targets. I think that's everything wrapped up in a rough, like.
I missed all of it.
Huh?
I missed like all of it. But
Yes.
That's my fault. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, because of that, I'm recording everything so everybody can re-watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm probably gonna watch it.
Because
after you're done.
I just pumped an hour-long information in you. You probably can't remember everything like after an hour. Probably already. And that's the reason why I'm recording everything. Yep.
How's everyone's day going, by the way?